there's a lot of like Nazi like organizations, huh?
Yeah, there are. I
Fascinating.
actually I actually infiltrated a Nazi roleplay server the other day for one of my final papers.
How?
It was very
What?
very simple actually. I
That,
um
that that's
you're
it.
you're familiar with Gary's mod?
Oh yeah, there's a Gary's Mod Nazi server.
Yeah. I mean, nowadays they just call it Imperial Germany because the creator of Gary's Mod banned all the explicitly Nazi roleplay servers, but they just rebranded.
Okay, so you're telling me that why is there why? But why is there a Gary's Mod Nazis? Why?
Well, I mean, I think it's if when where there's a will, there's a way. That's just gaming culture is just so it's inherently bigoted and it inherently attracts those kind of people.
True.
Like I was in like a regular server in Gary's Mod, just a regular server. It was a team game. The rules of the server said, absolutely no political messaging, no political conversations or anything. But yet, one of the players' names was George Floyd, and I, it's just, it's just a it's just a space that attracts people that find those kinds of things acceptable. Some people might think it's funny. Some people might be saying it because they really, really genuinely stand for it. Like they really hardcore racist. But overall, it's just a intolerable environment for people that take, these isms seriously.
Hmm. I know the internet is like basically race full of like a lot of racists, honestly, especially on social media and in gaming too. There's a lot of people saying slurs all the time, which honestly is pretty disgusting, honestly,
Mm-hmm.
and just shows how deplorable you are as a human being. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just impressed that like they're so brazen. I guess like especially now they're so brazen, especially with this like whole like insurgency of like right wing like influences. Basically, it's bizarre, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It really does like make you feel a bit, I don't know, mm, just depressed, honestly, of the future. Just in general, honestly. Like I don't know what they get out of it, honestly. But enough of that. So you infiltrated like a Nazi Gmod server.
Yeah.
I can't be like this is the first time I said a sentence, by the way. Wow. The first my bloodline too. Jeez. Man.
Yeah, it was a very strange experience. They tried to recruit me immediately.
Did did they know that you were, black?
The thing is that that server, it's a roleplay server. When you have to actually sign, like create your own character, your character can't really be they can't be black. Like they can be French, they can be Belgian, they can be German, they can be Italian, but they can't be African, they can't be black. Obviously can't be Jewish. Even though there were black people in the Holocaust as well,
Oh yeah.
that's like a
Oh, there
forgotten
were.
that's like a forgotten history. But um,
Always overlooked, by the way.
they did let you choose your blood type though and your eye color. So, but you can't be black, and you absolutely cannot be the woman.
I'm so like I'm losing faith in humanity as you explain this to me. But I mean, like, did they know that you were black as like a person, basically? Like in real
Nah,
life.
nah.
Well, I guess it's kind of hard to tell, honestly, because like there's no definitive way to sound black. So that's true.
Yeah, I didn't speak with my voice because I was like, that's me committing a little too hard to it. Like I was just typing.
I'm so like flabbergasted. So why? What's the point? Like, dude, like you could play the like better games. I don't know, play like I don't know, Hello Kitty Island Adventure or something like that. Like, why role play as a Nazi soldier on Gmod?
Well, one of the interesting
Eh,
things is that like the roleplay serves a purpose because there was one leader, or I should say owner of the Nazi servers that was actually connected to a alt-right group in real life and actually got I believe arrested eventually, and because of his connections to that like far right group. And it's like these servers are um I know you're familiar with the alt-right pipeline. These servers are like a straight drop into it because when you go there, it's like there's already the underlying foundation of, you can say the N-word, you can say the F slur, you can call women bitches and all of that. Like you can do all of this stuff, and so, because of that sort of open space, that's where the bigotry, the real hardcore bigots could, squirm their way in and start recruiting people, being like, oh, well, there's a space for us, Don't you wish that these servers would be more chill? I have one. We can go, you can say all the slurs you want and whatnot. It's community building, literally.
in the wrongest way possible.
Yep.
I still don't understand like what is the end goal of all this. I mean, honestly, like I guess like you say it's it's not really educational, I would say, but I just don't see the end. Like, what's the end goal in this? Honestly, it either makes you into a racist like Nazi sympathizer, or it just makes you into a freak, I guess. I don't know, or an incel.
Yep. That
Yeah,
is
huh.
the end goal. Because when somebody is a freak or when they're weird, it means that they're more likely to stay in that community because they can't go anywhere else.
You know, I find it fascinating, honestly, like how humans are on this planet for a short period of time, but yet they'll dedicate their like short existence into being the worst set of people possible. That goes for everybody, honestly. Like, I mean, not everybody, but like most people, honestly. Like billionaires, like politicians that will do anything that, like anything like in their power to prevent, like I don't know, like abortions from happening, stuff like that. I
Hmm.
don't get it. It's so fascinating, honestly, that humans are so I don't know blinded by their own hubris to realize that they themselves are so like that their time on Earth is so finite, basically. Hmm,
Well,
quite bizarre.
meaning of life it's different for different people. Some people find life in being bigoted, which it's kind of it's a little shallow.
Quite so. It just doesn't solve anything, Like, what do you get in the end of this? Honestly, that's why I just don't understand. What do they achieve in the end?
Hmm. Well, I do think it's community. I'd go back to that because, like I said, a lot of these people, like, because they're so weird, because they're um alienated, because they're outcasts, like they have nowhere else to go. So they just kind of double down on their beliefs because now the beliefs are all that they have because they have nothing else.
Hmm, interesting. Literally a shell of like who they are. Hmm, fascinating. Wow. Many thanks for sharing. So, what else have you learned from like infiltrating? Well, it wasn't really infiltrating. You kind of they kind of just accept you with open arms. Honestly, was
Mm-hmm.
it was that easy? Like,
Yeah, I have a essay on my Substack where I get more detailed in terms of the um like the mechanics behind like why people would even do like something like that. But in terms of my general takeaways, um, it's just it's just so amazing how easy it is to get access to these servers because for me to get access to that server, I had to have Gary's mod, which is like $10, a very popular game, honestly. And I went to the multiplayer button, which is on the main menu. I looked at the server lists and I waited a couple seconds for all the servers to load in. And then on the front page, Imperial Germany roleplay server. So,
First page.
so you click to launch Gary's mod, you click find multiplayer game, and then you click join server, and now you're in a Nazi space in 3 clicks.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yep.
Man, I wonder if Hitler knew that like people were like, I don't know, like make Gmod servers in memory of him. Even I even heard of like Sex with Hitler. There's three sequels of that game, by the way. Sex with Hitler, by the way.
Mm.
I hate the fact that I know that, but it exists.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very impressed, honestly. I feel as if like honestly, I don't blame people for losing hope in humanity. Honestly, at this point. I will say, like, Gen Alpha is just screwed, man. There are like no guardrails preventing kids from like just being absorbed in that Nazi like lingo, honestly, and our right wing lingo too.
Well, that's why we need to be the difference because we know better, so we have to tell them better. Because it's actually the same thing with generative AI, where it's like if you try to shame kids out of using the internet, they're just gonna use it still. So it's better to tell them how to use it, harm reduction. The same way how you might give somebody, I mean, this is kind of a stretched example, but the same way how someone might be doing heroin, it's better to give them a clean needle than to try to shame them out of using it at all because they're gonna use it still. Like, so help them use it in a way that won't hurt them as much.
Right. I agree, honestly. I agree.
Yeah.
Hmm. Just basically like parenting your child, like teaching them, hey, be careful of going on these online spaces, explaining why it's wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and try to ease them out of it, honestly. I
Mm-hmm.
understand, like, full on, like, lambasting them and persecuting them is not going to work. You got to properly, like, teach it to them why this is not okay. And,
Mm-hmm.
and, and of course, like, just like when you try, like, tell your friend or teach your friend why saying the N word it wasn't okay, a lot of people, a lot of them, they won't listen, honestly. But at least you try. I would say try to get that word across. I would say so.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah.